have you guys heard of the term Flavortown?
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Won't you take me to
Flavortown.
Is that the same thing?
What's
his name?
Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this dude, he always says Flavortown or something. I don't
He's
watch
actually a
him.
good person. He's a good person.
Why?
How you know you met him?
He does a lot of charity stuff.
He does. He actually
feeds
does.
like firefighters.
Charity schmarity.
Like as of during this whole pandemic, he has helped raise more than $20 million for restaurant workers.
Huh? What about you, Joe? What have you done?
Officiated more than 100.
Nothing.
He also has officiated more than 100 LGBTQ plus weddings.
Oh, that's cool.
Is he gay?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Oh God, I would love for him to officiate the wedding just wearing exactly what he always wears.
Yeah, the Hawaiian
The
shirt.
pin.
Yeah, I would love that.
He looks like he's always going bowling.
He does.
Yeah.
He wears
A
bowling
bowling
shirts.
He's a part of a fucking 2001 rock band.
Yeah, it looks like a missing
Smash Mouth.
missing member of
There
Smash
you go.
Mouth.
Yeah.
He looks like he got puka shells all the time.
He does. He has a tribal tattoo somewhere on his arm.
And he has a shark hook fucking necklace.
That's pretty good. Fucking Maui.
Yeah. All right. So recently, this man, he started a petition to change the name of Columbus, Ohio, to Flavortown. So,
I would love
the guy, how do you say his last name?
Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
I know it's Fury.
Fieri.
I've not.
Fieri. Fieri.
All right. So that guy, that's his hometown, and
His first name's Gooey, actually.
Gooey Fieri.
Louis Fieri.
Rivaderci.
He's fucking with you.
But yeah, so Columbus, you guys all know about Christopher Columbus.
Everybody hate him
How
right now.
horrible he is.
Fuck that guy.
I mean,
Well, he's a little misunderstood.
really, Steven?
A little bit misunderstood.
Steven
Hitler
Paul
was a little
Greene.
bit misunderstood.
How was he misunderstood?
He discovered the Americas, and we got to thank him for that part.
He didn't even know it was the Americas. He thought it was something else.
Not sarcasm, complete seriousism.
You're so
Seriousicism.
not. But yeah, so because of that, a lot of people. By the way, the mayor of Columbus has announced that they will remove the statue of Christopher Columbus that's outside City Hall, and it will be placed in storage. And so, for a lot of people in the community, they're saying in this petition that a lot of people in the community, that statue represents patriarchy, oppression, and divisiveness.
Cause you want to.
That's not what Christopher Columbus stood for.
I think you could fucking beam into anything. A human being has many different spectrums of who they are, and it's easy to
So he is
judge.
misunderstood.
I think it's easy to judge based off of our morals today.
I think they should put a fucking statue of the genie from Aladdin. The Robin
one?
Williams genie.
Okay.
I think they should have Kim Jong-un.
Oh God.
Difference of opinion, but I see where you're going. It is similar, but not
The
quite.
spirit's there. I get it.
I totally get it.
Do we rub it? I want to rub it.
Kim Jong-un?
That's a statue you definitely want to touch.
Damn, you fucking threw me in that hole.
Columbus.
There's also a
see
statue of Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Are they gonna remove him?
Kyle.
Really?
They
In
should.
Columbus?
Because they
Yeah,
have
he's
the
flexing.
Arnold.
Classic.
Why did he choose such a shit town to do that?
Probably because the venues are cheap.
Didn't he like famously harass women on his sets and stuff?
Oh yeah.
He also fucked his nanny and had a kid with his.
Oh, that one I
He
heard.
did have a love child.
Yes, we should take his statue down. Thank
But
you.
yeah, at the Columbus, Ohio Convention Center, there's a.
Wait, but why is it a shit town, Joe?
It is.
Oh,
I've been
he's
there.
just like there's nothing going on
It's
there.
fucking boring.
I never been there. I'm sorry, Colombians.
We've been there. You agree.
I'm just joking.
Just replace all the statues with dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I never liked Columbus
Hachi.
because I thought he was a little bitch. I never liked his ass.
You're more a Ferdinand kind of guy, huh?
Man, I'm more like a Captain Hook kind of guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Kept
If you-
it tight.
Which one?
Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
Oh, the Hook one?
Yeah, he's sick.
He was fucking sick.
sick.
Yeah. But what we're doing right now is, I think, it's a power of who controls the story and narrative of these figures. It's easy to judge a person's character based off of what we know as today is ethical or not. So what we're trying to do is we can't just delete history altogether, but I
I think it's not about deleting history. It's more about like we're no
bright
longer
side.
going to honor it. Like we're not gonna like put it up and like.
well, they shouldn't be gods, right? But
Well, I guess like naming a whole
gods, but
like
like,
naming a whole city.
if someone accomplished something, right? So for example, let's say someone accomplished something for humanity and he like Pythagorean theorem or whatever, right? Like in something that really, or Tesla or whatever, like something amazing. but we found out that he likes to fuck pigeons.
I hope not.
That's tough.
But what if that became the
Tough
case,
for me to
right?
reconcile.
It's tough because like he
I always like pigeons.
Yeah, we love pigeons, and let's say he created free energy.
Well, some
for us
people
or
call them the
whatever.
rats of the sky, but okay.
True.
You've never seen a baby pigeon, have you?
Everyone has their opinions on pigeons.
Right, but does it
I'm just saying.
does it discredit
Misunderstood,
the fact-
right?
Does it discredit the fact that they did
Something good.
something? Because humans are not
that's why we honor
good
them.
and evil only. Humans have many aspects of who they are, right? Like some of our founding members were also slave owners, and that fucking sucks. Because we know now that that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do. But back then, in their time, it was normalized. Even though I think overall, like in humanity, it's horrible to own another human being. In general, it's fucked up. But it's like, can we blame them with the standards we have today? Because if they didn't make those mistakes, we wouldn't have learned that that was wrong for humanity.
If we found a journal, an old journal of Neil Armstrong's, and it had a bunch of fucked up stuff in it, or do we go take the plaque off the moon? Like, that's the question that Joe's asking.
Right.
Thank you for your contribution, but you don't fit the mold today.
How about statues of the contribution, but not the person? You just get rid of people altogether.
I think we should just replace them with all the statues with Charlie from All Dogs Go to Heaven or something.
I want Fido.
I would love dog statues.
We just need Clifford. You know, the dog.
There you go.
He's red too.
Right.
That's a big statue.
Okay,
though.
so here's the thing that I think
True to size, 1-to-1.
we should show humans for what they are, right? So like it's important to teach both facets. Like, so I don't know if I agree or disagree yet about the throwing away the statues, changing names, or not saying that this person did this or whatever, or not recognizing someone for their work, right? But I think it's important to say, hey, this guy existed, and this guy found America for the European world.
That's what museums are for.
Right, but also, guess what? He was a shitface. Like, he went and he murdered these indigenous people, and he used them, and he did. But then when we're children, right, like, well, the way we learn things is like, oh, this guy was a hero. And I think that's what fucks with most people's minds, is because you
Feel deceived by not getting the full picture.
right, and then so you don't realize the true story behind
And
it.
you're kind of brainwashed as a little kid that that's right. And then you see the statues of them and it's just right. And you're like, wait, but that has nothing to do with how I look or how I got here.
Exactly.
So that's why for me, the statue stuff, when I see that happening, I'm like, it's cool to see change. And I'm like, for those types of monuments, I'm like, we have places for them. They're called museums. Let's leave them in there. And then we can go honor when the history's still saved or not honor. But at least the history is not erased and it's where it needs to be.
Yeah, but what if I like to go to the park and eat a sandwich and look at a bunch of colonialists who took over everything? Like, I have that right, I think, as an American.
Yeah, but then if
I'm not even for this or against it. I'm just kind of doing
No,
an
I love it.
exercise.
I think it's
because
great.
I think in reality, right, like what's happening is overcorrection because people who weren't heard in the past are now heard. Like the indigenous peoples of America, now they're heard because it was a very Eurocentric perspective, meaning like, hey, Columbus did a good thing for us Europeans. They found this new world. Let's represent that glory, right? But then all these indigenous people are like, nah, this guy fucking sucked. He came in and he killed all my ancestors, and then he brought in all these new people that came and colonized the lands here. So he's not a hero in my America. So now you see a difference in perspective, and now we're battling it out to see which story wins. And that's just what I'm pointing it out.
Yeah, and it's also like how much you want to zoom in, because you zoom in on anybody, you're gonna find dirt, right? So even like Martin Luther King, he was a womanizer, he cheated on his wife, and if you zoom in on those things, are we taking MLK Day away? You know, like there's an MLK in every hood, like a street in every hood.
I heard that Gandhi was a wife beater.
Yeah, if you start zooming in everywhere, it's like it's gonna end up to a point. I'm also with Joe. I don't agree or disagree with the statues and the names or whatever. It's just that if we're gonna have this conversation, it needs to be a fair and open conversation about everything. And it depends on how much we want to zoom in and what is the context that we do keep names or don't keep names.
Yeah, I think at that point it would just be the cleanest and easiest to just
Dogs.
wipe it all away.
Dogs.
And then, yeah, I mean, what would come out?
With something not
Rats and
offensive.
dogs.
Just replace everything with something that's not offensive.
That's the easiest thing.
I think that's really easy to do. We
Statues of dicks and vaginas.
well, wait, that
Everyone
could be,
has it.
That could be offensive to some people.
Oh, come on. I never went.
Circles.
And everything.
Circles are fucking cool.
Then what about the people that love triangles?
Well, we'll do a triangle.
You're a triangle person?
We'll do a triangle statue next to it. Okay? Anybody
People
else?
don't like triangles. It's the Illuminati.
All shapes matter. Okay.
We'll put them all on the same statue, okay? We'll put them all on the same statue. How's that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so messy because for me, I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing. Like, fuck yeah. Like, don't honor a fucking asshole that did all this shit to other human beings. And like, yeah, it's good that like racial representation that was really harmful for certain ethnicities is being removed. Yay, that's awesome. But yeah, like, where does it go though? Like, it does get a little like messy.
Yeah, because that so it goes back to like how much you want to zoom in, and also things are subjective, right? So the most PC thing we create right now, let's say we do a dog on a triangle, some way maybe in 2050 that is an offensive symbol now.
Because they're gonna be animal rights activists that's like, don't use these dogs.
You're gonna take that down now.
Yeah.
So it's a constant pattern of erasing stuff. It just gets really messy.
Or not erasing, but it's just evolution. You know what I mean? Like,
Sign of the times.
yeah, like as people just learn more, it's like the more you know, the better you should do.
Yeah, because I don't agree with the fact that we should just, like, it's been there. We should just be, like, live with it. I don't agree with that either. So, yeah, I don't know.
I just think it's all a big distraction because we're talking about the wrong things. I mean, it's great. It's great. Like, please represent your area, change your area, do whatever you want. People don't have health care. 2 million people like losing their houses, mortgage crisis. Like, we all talk about all this other shit while the real shit, I think, goes down. And I wish that was on the news every night. I wish to God.
I agree too.
So are they naming it Flavortown or no? I need to know so I can move there.
So the petition has currently, it has 93,598 signatures. Wow. They're trying to get to 150.
They just need 7,000 more? Or no, 150. No.
Yeah, 1,000. And also Bud Light, they tweeted this out as soon as they heard. They said, Bud Light seltzer for all of Flavortown if this happens.
Damn.
We're just gonna be drunk.
Bud Light seltzer is alright.
That fool's hair looks like Bud Light.
Okay.
That'd be kind of fun when they change the name and then when you tell people you live in Flavortown, nobody believes you. Just ever.
What was the one that you...
Gainesville.
There we go.
Gainesville.
Actual town in Florida.
Never robbed that place.
Isn't it one of the major cities in Florida? It's not a small town.
I think it is. I think it's a.
He's such a meathead, though. He only knows Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Sick.